Question: is it still the taste of Chicago, or should we call it the waste of Chicago? Man, look. So before I go any further, I would just like to remind y'all to like and subscribe to my page for all funny content, daily news, cultural news. I'm doing it all right here on my YouTube page, M Brown Comedy. Now, the Taste of Chicago just happened this past weekend, September 5th through the 7th. Anybody that's not from Chicago or never experienced the taste back in the day, I don't expect you to understand this video. This is mainly for the people who are from Chicago, for the people who come to Chicago for the Taste of Chicago, that's been coming to the Taste of Chicago since the 90s, because that's as far as back I can remember. But a little history on the Taste of Chicago. The Taste of Chicago is a street festival where all the most popular restaurants in Chicago come down right off Lakeshore Drive. And it used to be 3-4 blocks long. You hit corners. It was just food everywhere. Hundreds and thousands of people. The Taste originated. It was around the week of the 4th of July. The Taste was originally 7 to 10 days from what I remember when I was a kid. And it was just a festival that everybody came to. I mean, music, everything was going on at the Taste. You had live bands, you had street vendors, you had the food from the restaurants, you had the saxophonist playing on the corner. It was like a feel of straight up Chicago. Fast forward, they started dwindling down. They started shortening the Taste, taking away the days. It went from July to early August. Now the Taste is in September, which is crazy because the Taste is a summer thing. It was cold. It was cold when I went. The Taste, it used to be hot outside, shorts, water guns being, people wetting up each other. The Taste was an amazing time. I'm not saying it's still not an amazing time, but if you grew up in Chicago and you went to the Taste in the early 90s, it's not the same. It's not the same. It's still the Taste, but it ain't the Taste that we used to. Now, the Taste that I went to this past weekend wasn't crowded at all. I was able to walk right in. No wait. No problem parking on the street. When I pulled up and I found a park a block away from the Taste, I was like, oh no, this ain't it. This ain't it. I found the park too close. I used to have to park I used to have to park when I went with my parents. We used to have to park at the post office because that's where my father worked at. And we would have to walk from the post office to the Taste because that was the only parking available for the Taste. Now I parked right outside. The Taste, right outside, and walked. And when I got in there, the best thing about the Taste they had this year, they had a karaoke booth. And when I say I heard some people singing some songs, I was like, oh, these people can sing. Chicago, we got talent. Forget America's Got Talent. Chicago got talent. We need to start out. Chicago got talent. They was up there singing, man. They was up there getting down. The singing was better than the food. I'm telling you. Anybody with the Taste, comment if you walk past the karaoke part and heard them people singing. The Taste was, it wasn't the same, man. One of the highlights of the Taste growing up was getting in line. When you first get the Taste, you have to get in line and buy your tickets. It was like $20 for 15 tickets, or however many it was back, or $13 for 20 tickets. Whatever it was, you had to buy tickets. And you had to use these tickets to purchase your food. So you go up to the thing, hey man, how much is it? How many tickets is a slice of pizza? 5 tickets, boom, 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 and you get your pizza. That was the highlight. That was one of the highlights of the Taste for me, to be able to get your tickets. And then one cool part about Chicago that showed how much love was in Chicago, whenever you was walking into the Taste or walking out of the Taste, you will always catch somebody giving out their leftover tickets. Especially on them last days, like, okay, I'm not coming back to the Taste. I already came twice. I'm not going to come back a third time. I still got 10 tickets left. Let me give these tickets to somebody. So you'll find a lot of people giving out tickets, or you would give out tickets. It was an amazing time. And another thing I loved about the Taste was during the summer, you would have a lot of the summer camps going to the Taste. So you would see a lot of kids, just having fun. But with them moving it from July to September, you don't get that same feeling of summertime shy for the Taste. I don't want to call it a complete waste, but it's not the same, especially without them tickets. Especially without the tickets, because the tickets was a mindset. You knew that when you ran out of tickets, it was time to go. Now it ain't no tickets, so now you don't run out. You don't run. I'm just trying shit because y'all can just use my debit card and I'm just trying everything. Nah, man, bring the ticket system back. Bring the ticket system back. Then is the taste. You got to bring the taste back to July. The taste revolved around the 4th of July holiday. On July 3rd, every year at the Taste, they would have a fireworks display that was viewed by the entire city of Chicago. On July 3rd, growing up on July 3rd, downtown Chicago stopped. It stopped at about 8:30, from 8:30 to 9:30, downtown Chicago stopped. It was nothing going, like everybody stopped and looked up at the fireworks. And it was amazing because you got the backdrop of the Chicago skyline. I'm talking about the Congress Hotel. You got the Diamond Building. I don't know the name of it, but you know the building that's shaped like a diamond that's like been there forever. It's just been there. The backdrop of that, and then you looking over towards the lake, and you just got fireworks coming. The city ain't no city better than Chicago. Summertime shot around it. Back in them days when the Taste was going on between July 1st and July 10th, you couldn't tell us shit. Then when Ludacris dropped Pimping All Over the World, and he was like, fly to Illinois and get a taste of Chicago, we went crazy. He was like, Ludacris go to the Taste? Ludacris was here? I went to the Taste that year looking for Ludacris. Like he said he here. He said he come here. Where's he at? We was Bobby V and Ludacris pimping all over the world. We thought the taste was the shit, man. Now it's like the waste. Now it ain't the same no more. The taste ain't the same. I tried some food. I had the what did I have? I had some bang bang wings from a spot. I had a gym shoe sandwich. It was cold. I wanted to ask my money back, but I paid. I was like, come on, just take my money. But it was not good. It was cold. The meat was too chopped up, and I was finna get a churro, but by that time I'm like, man, I really didn't like the vibe. I wasn't shoulder to shoulder at the Taste. You're supposed to be walking like this. You supposed to be uncomfortable at the Taste. I was too comfortable. I was too comfortable. Too much space. I'm like, why is there so much space? I shouldn't be able to. You shouldn't be able to open up your arms like this at the Taste. The Taste is like this. Like the whole time you're at the Taste, you in line to get on the roller coaster at a theme park. You back to back with people, shoulder to shoulder. It wasn't like that. So I don't expect you to get this if you didn't grow up going to the Taste every year. A lot of people in Chicago went to the Taste every single year. Every year we was at the Taste. Every year, boom, 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 boom. Now, man, I think this year, I don't think I went the last 2 years because it just wasn't in the month of July. The month of, like the whole positioning of the Taste, and they need to bring it back because they had the proper security measures at the Taste. I was so happy with that. You had to go through a metal detector to get in. They check bags. I'm like, okay, so the security is good. Ain't nobody walking around in this section. Ain't nobody got no guns. So that was good. The ambience around the fountain was great. They had chairs set out around the fountain. And I'm like, man, I hope visitors don't think they always got these seats right here, like, cause them ain't there all the time. Them seats at the fountain is not there all the time. And don't let people tell you that they are, cause they not. But it was nice for the visitors to see that. It was a nice, some factors of the Taste was amazing. Some of the things was amazing. Me and my wife walked around the fountain 2 or 3 times and just looked at and you could tell, the people visiting from the people that's from there. It wasn't a complete waste. But if you grew up at the Taste, and if you grew up in Chicago like me, the Taste ain't the same.